I am proud of my country's heritage. We're living on freedom soil. Brave men have gone before me here, unafraid to pray and toil.
We're looking at the Ninth Amendment of the Constitution. And we're looking at that in the ratification letters. The ratification letters are the source of the amendments, the first 10 amendments, and they were a means of fixing the problems that the people, over a 2-year period, in going over the proposed Constitution, found and needed fixed. Look over in Massachusetts' ratification letter, okay? They said this in paragraph 1. The convention, having impartially discussed and fully considered the Constitution for the United States of America. The government, this is the Constitution. This convention is the elected representatives of the people. That's what we're talking about. This is how we got our Constitution. The people elected representatives at the county level who went through this proposed Constitution, and then we'll see what they do. In the name and behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, assent to and ratify the said Constitution of the United States of America. This is what happened. The people had their representatives do this. In paragraph 2 it says, and as it is the opinion of this convention, representatives of the people, that certain amendments and alterations in the said Constitution would remove the fears and quiet the apprehensions of the good people of this Commonwealth, bad people and the stupid people not so much, but the good people, and effectually guard against the undue administration of the federal government. We go back to what they had in Rhode Island. They were concerned about government starting to take away people's life, liberty, and property, which is what had happened throughout history in governments. Asia, Africa, okay, North and South America. Go through the history and see it. And we will in part do that too of the federal government. The convention do therefore recommend the following alterations and provisions, which end up being amendments, be introduced. And in paragraph 3 it says that it be explicitly declared that all powers not expressly delegated by the aforesaid Constitution are reserved to the several states who have vested powers from the people to be by them exercised. And that's in there. Virginia, if you want to look these up, look at the clause and you put it in your word processor, word processing form, that those clauses. Just do a search for the words that those clauses and you'll find Virginia's, okay. New York's is in their 4th paragraph. That's where they talk about the 9th Amendment again. What we're talking about here is seeing the 9th Amendment in these 7 ratification letters. That's what the majority of the people wanted. That's what they got. In North Carolina's, again, look up that phrase, that those clauses. And when you get down to South Carolina's, it's paragraph 5. New Hampshire's is paragraph 3. What we're seeing is that the 9th and 10th Amendments are written in our Constitution, okay, and then they're defined. We say this is what we mean, this is what we're saying in these ratification letters. And the ratification is the source of these things. That's where it comes from. They work together, this 9th and 10th, as partners. They set the government of the people. They set the strict declaration of restriction of power of the federal government. If you put everything together that's said about the 9th and 10th Amendments, and this gets to be a little clumsy. I'm going to go through it, but it's everything that they said. It's that it be explicitly declared that all powers not expressly delegated by the aforesaid Constitution are reserved to the several states. Again, functioning under the vested powers of the people, representing the people. To be by them exercised, and that those, okay, clauses in the Constitution which declare that Congress shall not have or exercise certain powers, either one, have or exercise, or any section or paragraph of the Constitution, anything in the Constitution, okay, that says they can't do a certain thing, or just anything in there, that it be not interpreted. Nothing in the Constitution should be interpreted in any manner whatsoever, or warrants, it allows, okay, a construction that you build this idea. There's nothing to allow you to build the idea to extend the powers of Congress. Nothing. And they do not imply, no implying, no inferring, that Congress is entitled to any powers, any, not expressly relinquished by the states and vested in the general government of the Union, and are particularly given or delegated by the said Constitution. Just don't. But such clauses are to be construed as making exception to certain specified powers. You know, we said the Congress shall declare, can't declare war. That's the job of Congress. It's a declared job that the Congress, if you're going to war, is to declare war, but the states can't. We put in their note, states can't go to war. If you get attacked, go ahead and fight, we'll come help you. But the only one that can declare war is Congress. Okay. Certain things, specific things, we're making restrictions or inserted merely for greater caution. We don't want you to mess with this, okay? It is the right of the people to keep and bear arms. They thought that was important. They had it written down. You cannot interfere with people, how they're worshiping God. They had it written down. The right to free speech and freedom of the press. They had it written down. See, greater caution. Don't mess with this. But the fact that we said that doesn't mean you get anything else except exactly what you told you. All power is naturally vested and consequently derived from the people. The states having vested the power of the people, okay, that they have had vested to them, are now, in agreeing to this Constitution, relinquishing a part of these vested powers, which are now vested by the people in the federal government. And we're going to see the people make it clear in the 10th Amendment that all power, not clearly, specifically, not particularly, not expressly vested in the Constitution to the federal government, remains to the people. It's the people's power. And to the states as the people vest power to the states. And here in the 9th Amendment, we see that the fact that we said don't do something it doesn't infer, it doesn't imply, in no way, no how, no time, in any way or state of mind, allow the federal government to be involved in anything but what we clearly, specifically told them to do. By telling them not to do something, any certain thing, we're just being more careful. We're seeing what is written. And we're doing that so that we're not ignorant and we're not wrongly taught. Next, we're going to look at the 10th Amendment. And then after that, we're going to begin to look at just what is an enemy of the Constitution.
Yes, our God still bears his mighty arm when men to him are loyal. Yes, our God still bears his mighty arm when men to him are